It's Money Monday, and if you take a look around the city of Detroit, developers are moving in all over the place. What happens if you own land near there? That's why we asked Gary Smith from the firm Marcus and Millichap to be here with us today to discuss this. And you're seeing a lot of activity coming in.
Absolutely. When you see from day to day all the investors that are coming in throughout the city, they're buying up property, prime property, just like Mr. Gilbert. And so it's a very opportune time.
When we see people amassing property like the Illiches and Dan Gilbert and his folks, can we play that game too as individuals?
Oh, absolutely. Many times. A lot of the properties that we see throughout the city, throughout this nation as a matter of fact, but your CVS, your Family Dollars properties, what we call single tenant net lease investments. Many of those properties are owned by individuals like you and I.
So we own the property there, and the big corporations come in because they want to locate there, but they don't want to be in the real estate business. They just want to lease.
Absolutely.
And what happens to me if I own that property? Are they going to call me and say, you need to do this, you need to do that, you have to fix it up?
Well, Murray, the beautiful thing about owning single tenant property, net lease investment real estate is this. On a triple net lease, the tenant pays for the upkeep of the property, they pay for the taxes, they pay the insurance, and of course they pay you, the owner, the base rent.
And a lot of people, you were telling me, are doing this as part of their investment plan for the future. They're tired of the stock market, they don't want all their money in there. Instead, they want to put it in real estate.
Absolutely. We all know about the volatility of the stock market, the ups and downs, and really when you compare real estate investments to other alternative investments, net lease investment is the one that we call the most secure. It's like a swan deal, sleep well at night.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the deals that have been made in the D, and we've been reporting them on Fox 2 News, but you could see that there's a lot of activity going on there. Dan Gilbert has 10 buildings, Shopping Plaza Woodward in 8, Meyer at Grand River in 6, medical facility near Wayne State, and there are many other smaller projects as well. In some cases, it's foreign people who are coming in and taking a piece of this, isn't it?
Sure, absolutely. Foreign capital is coming into the nation, primarily also in Michigan. Michigan is now what's considered an emerging state, and so they're looking for yield. And the best place to find it right now is here in Michigan.
All right, I want to mention, Gary, that you write a series of columns in the publication Detroit Black Pages, and you have said, given the option of selling a property to somebody who wants to come in and locate, or leasing it, you should try to keep it and lease the property to somebody.
Oh, absolutely. If you have the opportunity to do so, I'll use McDonald's as an example. McDonald's, while they own the majority of their real estate, in some instances, if you wanted to invest in one of those type assets, it would be a lease hold, a ground lease. And so if you're a property owner and you have some property, particularly if it's commercially zoned, rather than sell it, you can lease it.
Let's take a look at ground lease and what that means. That means what when we say ground lease?
When we say ground lease, it means that the owner is absolutely leasing just the dirt, as we like to call it.
All right, and it's usually vacant property,
yep.
Steady stream of income, and the lease can go for 35 to 90 years.
Absolutely.
Who are the people who are doing this, and how much money do you have to get started doing this?
Well, how much money is relative to where the location of the real estate is. Most developers like to develop property that's, as they say, on a right-hand turn on the way home.
Okay.
So if you have a parcel of land that's on a corner, then certainly, and if it's a commercially zoned area, then it could be an opportunity for perhaps maybe a Tim Hortons. They may want to locate there in that particular location, or some other retailer that would like to set up shop there.
Wow, very exciting about what's going on there. The opportunities, not only for the big companies that want to be a part of our community, but for the folks who are part of our community to look for the future. Gary Smith, thank you for being here. We have a link to his company and more information at myfoxdetroit.com. You'll find it on the Money Monday page. Sometimes we think of small people who can catch the wave of redevelopment. That's what we're doing here today. Thanks, Gary, for being with us.
Thank you.
I'll see you tonight. Fox 2 News beginning at 5 with Money Works and, of course, the Job Shop.